Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today, we're going to be talking about Yashahime, Princess Half Demon, Season 2, Episode 7. And as I stated in my previous video, I figured not a lot would be going on. Not a whole lot of filler, a little bit of character development. We got to see some other characters. It looks like we'll get to meet up with Zero next episode. But overall, kind of disappointed in this episode. I wasn't on the edge of my seat. I didn't really care about this episode all that much. Definitely not worth the rewatch by any means. But let's get right into it. So we start off this video, or episode, whatever you prefer to call it, with Setsuna and Toa. It was kind of nice. They were actually playing their instruments together. Setsuna was up there on the violin, Toa had the flute, and it was just this night, still music. So we learned that the reason that the sword is not sheathed, her new sword, is because she apparently keeps it as a flute most of the time. Then when she plays the flute, it turns into the sword, so she has her weapon. But for whatever reason, she has decided to keep the old sword as well, still sheathed. She doesn't use it anymore, evidently. We haven't seen her using it since she got the new sword. I don't know if she, will be a dual sword wielder at some point in time. That'd be pretty neat. But I don't see the point of her carrying the old sword minus like sentimental value, because I believe her father was the one, technically her uncle, I should say, is the one that gave it to her. So, yeah, who really knows? Who knows? So actually, it wouldn't really be her uncle now, would it? Because it would be Kaigomi's father, brother, something along those lines. So who knows? Cousin, maybe? Cousin? Some sort of cousin, I believe. Something along those lines. But she got it from her family members, needless to say. So I believe that's the reason why she's keeping it. But I feel like, less work for the animators, and if they do make a manga out of this, like less work for the manga drawers, just get rid of that. It's not necessary. It's not needed anymore at this point in time. But at least we know that she keeps it. She's got both swords on her. If she needs them, she has a backup. So that's always a positive as well. We fight a rock golem thing in this episode. They defeat it, fairly easily. Wasn't that big of a deal. Then the rock golem gets its boss. And oh, surprise, surprise, they defeat it yet again. Also not really a big deal. This is the whole Toa Setsuna journey. Setsuna actually is kind of afraid of losing Toa at this point in time, and even mentions, hey, maybe you want to go back to the other world, where you'll be protected, you'll be safe, things along those lines. And Setsuna is thinking, Toa rather, is thinking that Setsuna doesn't want her there, that she's a burden, things along those lines. We get to see Riku and Rion in this episode as well. Riku even mentions that she's not a protector, she needs to get protected, which doesn't make sense to me. We've seen what she can do. She went against Kirinmaru along with the help of Mora, and she is more than capable of holding her own. So I don't know why they're thinking that, she's this fragile little princess when she's not. She has killed plenty of demons. She is stronger now than she ever was. She faced probably the strongest adversary in this entire, universe, and she lived in the process. So I don't really know. I don't see why everybody's partaking her to be, like this weak little girl when she is not by any means of the word. Yes, other people are stronger than her, but she is getting stronger herself. The Demon Slayers, Kohaku and his son there, show up. They actually help train Toa and Setsuna a little bit, and what they mention is that Toa never really dodges. So Toa is afraid of running away because the one time she did run away, she lost Setsuna. So that's why we know she's afraid of running away. So she never attempts to dodge attacks. She just kind of blocks them, takes them head on, and in a very more aggressive stance as opposed to a defensive stance. And that's what Kohaku was trying to teach her, was, it's okay to dodge. It's okay to run away. You don't have to try to attempt to block every attack ever, because you're wasting your energy by blocking that attack when you could be using it to dodge and strategize how to take down your opponent in a better manner, which the Demon Slayers have to do, or Demon Hunters, whatever you want to call them. the reason they have to do that is because they don't possess, crazy powers like half demons do. They have to use, by any means necessary, human things in order to trick demons, confuse them, and do what they have to do to get rid of them and eradicate them. Setsuna also is trying to train and get stronger as well, because she still cannot fully see the threads of fate. We learn from Rian, because she tells Zero that Setsuna has the ability to do so. That's how she got freed. Apparently Zero wants to now kill Toa because of Riku and his meddling, which she wants to hurt him because she's been holding this grudge. Rihanna wants to save Zero, and try and get her out of this multi-hundred-year-old grudge against her brother and against other people. So we'll just have to wait and see how that whole situation pans out. Probably not well. Toa's not going to die. She's like the main character, to my knowledge. Her, Setsuna, and Mora. I mean, they brought Setsuna back to life. They can bring Toa back to life and Mora back to life if they need to. So that's kind of what's happening there. Looks like we're going to end up running into Zero more next episode. Still kind of looks like a filler episode, so still not getting my hopes up all that much. Meanwhile, Mora is with her little raccoon buddy there. We learn that he is a prince. They're flying to his hometown because some moon is going to revive a demon or something that Kaigome, I guess, sealed away a long time ago. I have no idea. I don't know if this is like a reference to Inuyasha or not. Yet again, have not watched the series. I've mentioned several times. Have not watched Inuyasha. So I don't really know. But she went there, flew on him, and she's kind of doing her own separate thing. We get to see some sadness in her face because she thinks that her parents are dead, because this other raccoon guy kind of comes out and says, I haven't seen them ever since they met up with, Kirinmaru and Sesshomaru. So he assumes that they're dead, even though they're not. They're just trapped inside the Black Pearl at the Great Dog Demon's grave at this point in time. And yeah, that's pretty much where we end the episode. We'll give this one like a 5 out of 10. It's kind of meh. I mean, yeah, it was kind of neat seeing Toa and Setsuna. It did bring some character development to the table. It showed them their weaknesses, where they need to improve upon. I have no idea why. It was like, Toa is kind of weak or whatever, when she's not. I can almost guarantee you she is stronger than Mora. I don't know about Setsuna. Setsuna is probably the strong. I would say in order it would go Setsuna, Toa, and Mora. The reason being so is because it's called Princess Half Demon, so they're not going to make Mora stronger than the Half Demons. That would make sense to me. But to me, they're all kind of on the same playing field. So I just don't understand where that's coming from. It kind of feels like it's just coming out of nowhere. But I guess we'll just wait and see what happens when she ultimately needs to face Zero. Because Setsuna is probably going to cut that fate. That threat of fate, and then I'm guessing Toa is going to get in there and possibly kill Zero. We know Zero, with all the Rainbow Pearls, is going to be a lot more powerful of an adversary than she has been in the past, so that is definitely going to be a problem. Maybe Riku will help, Rian will help, who knows. Inuyasha, still got to free Inuyasha. We're no closer to saving Rin or Inuyasha, and as I said, Rin is on a time crunch, so why are we dragging this out? Go save Rin right now. Like stop dragging it out with these fillers and go save Rin. This is, what is this, 2 in a row now? Last episode was a filler. This was kind of a filler, a little bit of a canon. I mean, with a mix with the Demon Slayer corpse. So, yeah. We'll just, I guess, leave it at that. 5 out of 10. Okay episode. I didn't really care for it. Let me know your thoughts, comments down below. While you're down there, if you're new here, subscribe. Turn on the notification bell as well. And while you're down there talking about the episode, talk about what you want me to do for future anime and cartoon related videos, memes, non-memes, reviews, whatever you want me to do. Just let me know. I need some new ideas. Demon Slayer's coming up. We'll do Demon Slayer Season 2. I do plan on reviewing that when that comes up. So there might be a little bit less memes, a little bit more reviews coming up in the foreseeable future. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one. Go